Hello and welcome to the pool funding MetaMask setup tutorial for the desktop computer. You can also use a phone tutorial. There's a separate one for that. This one is specifically if you're using a desktop computer, laptop, any kind of computer like that. You can use a MetaMask browser extension to connect to pool funding, and you can add the wallets on there. You can get it all set up that way. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to do that. If you've never used crypto before, this might be a little trickier for you, but I'm going to make it super easy for you. Anyone can do this. Don't worry, I got you covered. All right, let's get into it. All you have to do is search for MetaMask on Google or whatever. So MetaMask is actually a browser extension. If you're not sure what that is, it's basically like a little program that goes into the web browser instead of opposed to one that you like download onto your computer and it's its own separate program outside of your web browser. This one actually gets embedded into the web browser, typically Google Chrome, but there are several other browsers. Like actually every other browser pretty much has the MetaMask extension available to it, so you can use pretty much whatever one you want. So you just search for MetaMask, go to their website, hit download. So it asks you right here. So Chrome, iOS, Android. So we are on Chrome. Install MetaMask for Chrome. And then you say add to Chrome, add extension. So it's going to download it and put it into your extensions. If you know what they are, like this little thing right here is like a link to all your extensions. So you hit this, and then what you want to do is hit this little pin. So if you didn't see that, I hit this little like puzzle piece, and then you hit this pin, and then boom, it'll stay up there. So you can always like right click it and then unpin it to hide it, or hit this little thing. This brings up a list of all your extensions. You can pin whatever ones you want. So I'm going to pin that, and then boom, it is easy access for you. Now you have easy access to your MetaMask browser. Now we're going to set up your wallet addresses and your wallet accounts inside of the MetaMask. This tab should pop up that says let's get started. So you have to agree to the terms and terms of use. So you can click it if you want to read them all. I'm sure it's super long. So there's very important. There's two different options here. There's create a new wallet. So if you're new to crypto, chances are if you're new to MetaMask, you're gonna have to create a new wallet. If you used a wallet before, so there's phone apps that have wallets. You can load a wallet into lots of different things. So if you're going to create a wallet, and then you can use that wallet inside MetaMask, but you can also take it and put it inside of other things. Like you can move it to the phone app and have that same wallet in multiple places. Also, this is very, very important. When you create a wallet, it's going to generate a 12-word seed phrase. That 12-word seed phrase is the keys to that wallet. Anyone that has access to that seed phrase can get access to any crypto in there and steal it all from you. So you have to be very careful with your seed phrase. So I am going to go as if you're creating a new wallet and show you what that's like. So now I'm going to create a new wallet and go through that process with you. You're going to hit, it's kind of cool how he follows the mouse actually. Isn't that cool? So we're going to hit create wallet. So there's a bunch of warnings here. This is actually about collecting data. I don't like it when people collect data on me, so I'm going to say no thanks. So you're going to have to create a password. Try to remember this password, but if you forget it, it's not the end of the world. Once you have that 12-word seed phrase, or you can get the private key, they both do the same thing where you can load it back in. You can actually like delete MetaMask, start over, and then reload your wallet into it. So if you forget this password, it's not the end of the world. Try not to forget the password, obviously, but it's okay. You can reload this, create a new password by deleting MetaMask and then re-adding it to the extension again. That's kind of a little trick you can do. So yeah, just put in your password, whatever you want to use, something easy to remember, and that way you're good. Even if you forget it, though, you can just delete it, start over again, no problem. Okay, I've entered a password and I'm ready to create the new wallet. You're going to sit here. You're going to click Create New Wallet. So this is a video you can watch about securing your wallet. It's just giving you the warning that is how dangerous it is to let anyone get your seed phrase. Never ever share your seed phrase or private key with anyone because they can steal all your crypto. It's just like someone calling you up, hey, can I get the password to your bank account? No, don't give them the password to your bank account. It's basically the same thing. Don't do that. No one should ever have it. There's different ways to try to keep it safe. There's different strategies for how to keep it safe. You can write it down on a paper and put that in a safe, or keep it somewhere like hidden. You could take a screenshot of it and then print that out and then delete that screenshot. You could save it on your computer, but if you get hacked, that's a little bit dangerous. So there's a lot of different options for trying to keep it safe. either your seed phrase or your private key. They're both do the same thing. They can load the wallet into anything. So you can try to Google that, look up different ideas for how to keep that safe, but know that you need to keep it safe. Don't share it with anybody. So I'm not going to hit the thing, secure my wallet. Let's see. Yeah, so you got to hit secure my wallet to get that private key to be able to see it. So I'm going to hit this right here where it says reveal secret recovery phrase. Now, just to let you know, this is one I'm creating. This is just an example. I am not going to put any crypto in this account. So I just want to show you what it's like to do this. So this is an example of what to do. There's no crypto in this account. So go ahead and steal this seed phrase. There's no crypto in it. So I don't care. Do whatever you want with it. This is going to be no crypto in it. I'm just going to delete this account after I set it up. So you're going to hit next. You can also, like, I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Boom, I take a screenshot. And then I'm going to hit next. You can also copy it to clipboard and then paste it into like a Word document or something. You can write it down by hand. There's a lot of different things you can do. So make sure you don't lose it, because you're going to have to confirm that you remember it. You're going to have to confirm that you have this thing. So it's going to kind of give you a little test to make sure you know what the 12-word seed phrase is. That way you are ready to go. I'm going to hit next now, and it's going to test you to make sure you remember your secret phrase. Some websites will make you do all 12 words. But this one's just asking you like 3 out of the 12, so that's not too bad. So I'm going to look at that screenshot I made. So number 3 is snake. So you just right here, you can just type it in, snake. Number 4, I'm going to look at that. That is trend. Number 8 is slot. And then it should confirm it. And now we are successful creating the wallet. So you hit got it. You don't got to worry about that advanced configuration. Just hit next. It's just giving you some tips to pin it. We already did that. And then it kind of giving you some news about what's new. You can kind of close that, not a big deal. Okay. You have successfully downloaded MetaMask. You have successfully created a new wallet, but the default for MetaMask is not the one we need. The network that defaults is Ethereum mainnet. So you can see the top left corner, it says Ethereum mainnet. That means this is on the Ethereum blockchain when it first starts, but it's not a problem. You can just switch it. We need the BNB Smart Chain Network. It is not in this list right here, but it's very simple. All you do is hit the add network button, and then you can add all these different networks. The one we need is BNB chain, also known as the Binance Smart Chain. So you're going to approve. And now we're just going to switch to that. And then you see the top left corner how it changed. We are now on the BNB network. That's what we want, BNB Smart Chain Network. You can always switch it back. You can add lots of different stuff to MetaMask. It's very flexible. It's used for tons and tons of stuff. It's the number one like private wallet, especially with browser extension wallets. Something very important to know is this is like the full display of MetaMask, but that's not the usual display. The usual display is actually when you click the little browser extension, this little window drops down. So this is kind of the first part of it right here. So you can literally do the exact same thing through this smaller window right here. This is what you're going to be interacting with the most. There's a couple little like pointers out when you first start. So I'm going to go through those. So just like this, I'm going to show you again, it defaults to ETH. So this kind of you have to hover over for it to actually tell you the full name, but that's like the Ethereum symbol. That's what that looks like. So you can click it. Same thing, add a network, and then it goes to the full screen sometimes. So that's not a problem. We're going to add that BNB chain, approve, switch to BNB chain. So sometimes it'll force you to kind of do the full screen, but most of the time you're actually going to be just using the small window right here. So that's an important little thing to know. Like this is kind of the normal interaction is with this little thing. It's the exact same thing. It's just a little kind of browser extension window or the full screen. Either one's fine. They do the same thing. Before you create the second and third wallet, you're going to need to interact with the pool funding. You need to make sure you're on the Binance Smart Chain network, because when you create those new wallets, if you create them on the Ethereum network, the default network, those are going to be Ethereum wallet addresses. So they may not work with the Binance stuff. So sometimes one wallet address can work for multiple networks, but not always. So it's better to be safe. Switch to Binance Smart Chain network and then create it there. So that way you don't have to worry about the compatibility issues. So what you're going to do is you can either do it through here. It's the same thing, or through the little one. So when you first open it, it has these little warnings, or not warnings, they're just like instructions about how to navigate it. That's what they are. You can also do it right here, same thing. So I'm just going to do it on the small one. You hit add account or hardware wallet. So we're going to do the add account option, and it's going to create it. So you can edit the name right here, or you can edit it later. So I'll just edit it later. You don't have to edit it. You can just leave it the same if you want. We're going to do the exact same thing. Why don't we do it on the big one this time, just to mix it up. So here, add a new account, account 3, create. And now you have 3 different accounts, and they're both in the same, it's the exact same thing, whether it's the little one or the big one. It's giving you little like news updates. So you have account 1, account 2, account 3. So now if you want to, you can edit the names. Sometimes it's easier to kind of keep them straight. Like I just like to leave them 1, 2, 3, but you can easily change them. Hit the 3 dots, account details, and then there you can call this like, pool funding 1, pool main 1, whatever you want. I can do like pool funding main, whatever you want. No one is going to see these. This is just for your own personal reference to help you remember what they're for. So account 2, I'm going to do the dots, account details, edit this. This is going to be my sub 1, and the other one is going to be sub 2. So we're going to do the same thing again. This will be sub 2. So now I just have them labeled just to make it easier for me to remember which account is for what. So I have my main account and the 2 sub accounts. Now we're ready to go. Now you're going to have to add some crypto to your wallet before you can interact with the program and then put money into the system to be able to, you got to put money in to be able to make money, but $200 is a very low starting amount. So this is such an extraordinary opportunity to be able to start with such a low amount and turn it into such a huge amount. So just be thankful that you are part of this opportunity, because I know I am. You need to get crypto into this wallet. So there's a couple ways to do it. If you already have a crypto exchange account, either a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance or one of the many other ones out there, or you have another private wallet, you can transfer the crypto from that one to this one. You would need to transfer only Binance Smart Chain or USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, or like another token on the Binance Smart Chain. So that way you can send it here and it can be received. You have to have a compatible blockchain. So you want to send only the right thing. The easiest thing to do is just send the BNB Smart Chain to yourself, or the USDT Smart Chain to yourself. So it's oftentimes called the BEP20 network, especially for the USDT. So just be aware of that. Most people joining this probably aren't going to have that. You just have to buy it, and it's very easy to just buy it with like a debit card or a bank account. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. To buy crypto, all you have to do is click this buy sell button right here, and then it's going to take you to another menu if you're on the web browser version, but you can also do it through the little browser extension. So that pops up, so you can just hit buy sell here. So it's forcing me to kind of do this on the actual Chrome browser. That's fine, no problem. So we're going to get started. So you have to pick what country you're from. I'm in the United States, and then you got to pick your state. So there's several different options here. A debit or credit card is probably the easiest. You can use PayPal, you can use a bank transfer, and you can see like this one is instant. These take 5 to 10 minutes. This one's 15 minutes. A wire transfer is 1 to 3 days. So typically you want to do the faster ones like debit, credit card, or even like a bank transfer like that, a normal one, ACH one. So it's up to you which one you want to do, but you're going to want to start with $200. You might want to put in an extra, like maybe 205, because sometimes there's some fees. So you can put in like 200 and then you end up like 195. It's okay. You can still make it work. Like you don't need exactly 200, just around that much. So don't worry if you're a little bit under something of the world, you can still get by with a little bit less from the transaction fee. Sometimes you end up with a little less after their fees. So be aware of that. So around $200. So if you want to be safe, maybe put in 205, and then after the fees, you should have around 200. But if you have another crypto exchange account, you can get some kind of like USDT BEP20 or BNB Smart Chain. You can just send it to yourself if you already have it. So that's another way to do it. I was playing around with the different purchasing options, and when I put it on the instant bank transfer, I ran into a problem. So it defaults to Ethereum, so you can look for the BNB chain, but like when you switch to that, it doesn't let you buy anything on the BNB chain. So that was kind of weird. The same thing happened when you switch it to PayPal. I had the same problem. I looked for switching it to the BNB, and nothing shows up. So it looks like you have to use a debit or credit card, or send yourself crypto from another source. So you continue, and then you can select the BNB chain, and then look at all these options that show up here. So I recommend buying the BNB coin. That's kind of like the main coin on there. You can also buy USDT on the Binance chain too. That works too. So this is the option here. So if I were to buy $100 worth, you'd end up with 95. So you can kind of see how much you're going to get. So if you did 200, you'd end up with, let's see how much, 190. So it's like a 5% fee to use a debit credit card. So you might want to do like maybe 210, and then you can get closer to 200 here. Yeah, basically, yeah, you can do, I wonder if you can do like in 50 cents, 10.50. There you go. And it might fluctuate depending on, the fees could fluctuate day to day. So if you're using a debit credit card, if you want to get an even 200, you got to add a little more to pay for the fees. That's how MetaMask makes money. They make money off of trading fees and deposit fees, things like that. That's how these business models work. So just heads up, there are going to be some fees involved, but don't worry, you're going to be making a lot of money with the pool funding. So you'll make it back no problem. After you buy the crypto or send it to yourself and get it in your account, you are ready to go on to the next step. So you can see I have almost 0.5 BNB in my account, and this is the Binance Smart Chain. There is another form of it. There is like the standard BNB. This is the one more for centralized exchanges. Binance Smart Chain is pretty much the only option for the wallet here, so you don't have to worry about getting the wrong kind. But if you are buying it on an exchange, when you're sending it, you have to select the Binance Smart Chain option, not the regular BNB. So just heads up on that. So before you can get into the pool funding website, you are going to need to get some of their PFB token. So you cannot join the pool funding website until you have that in your wallet. So you're going to need to buy some, and then you're going to have to convert some into USDT, and then you can split it between all your accounts, and then you can interact with the pool funding website. So one thing at a time. First thing we're going to do is we are going to go and buy that PFB coin, and I'm going to show you right now how to do it. All right, we have the BNB ready to buy the PFB. So the website you're going to want to go to is called pancakeswap.finance. I know it looks like a silly website, but this is actually one of the largest decentralized exchanges in the world. I think it's the second biggest one in the world. It's been around for like many years, 5-6 years now. So it's not just like some dumb website. This is a very serious website, even though they have kind of a fun theme to it. You're going to hit the connect wallet button right here, and you want to select Binance wallet. Actually, no, MetaMask. MetaMask is what you got. So don't confuse, like these are different wallets. Those are not like the blockchains. So you're going to connect it, the main one, whatever one you have the money in. If you accidentally added the money to like a sub account, it doesn't matter. You can just connect that one instead. Whatever one you put the crypto in, that's the one you want to connect. So now we're going to go to swap. And then the BNB is what you have in your wallet, right? So you want to swap it for the PFB coin. It's going to default to Cake because that's their thing. Pancake Swap uses Cake for their stuff. You can just click the Cake thing here. And technically you can swap it for like lots of different things on here, or you can swap it inside your MetaMask wallet. But the one we want is not a normal coin. It's kind of like a newer coin. So it's not going to be an option on here. You can't search for PFB. You have to actually copy and paste in the coin address. It looks just like a wallet address. You're going to copy and paste that into this, and I'm going to show you right now how to get that. So I actually did an experiment. I did search for PFB, and it does actually show up. So that is one way you can do it. But if you want to be very safe, what I recommend doing is go to the pool funding website. So type in, poolfunding.io, and then it might ask you, your MetaMask might pop up and say, hey, do you want to connect? But there's no point in connecting yet because you don't have the PFB in your wallet, and you'll also have to put in a referral link to be able to join. So you cannot join without a referral link. You cannot join without having the PFB in your wallet. So there's no point in trying to interact with this website until you have all that stuff. So you're going to scroll down to the bottom of the homepage to the kind of where it says how-tos. So you want to look for the one that says how to import PFB token to your MetaMask wallet. Scroll down to number 5, and that is where the wallet address is. You can copy that, go back in. So let's say this was still on like another one, if it was Cake. So you can go right here. You can just paste that. It's not a wallet address, it's a coin address. So there it is. and this is what you want, the PFB. So very important, you don't want to swap all of your BNB. You only want to swap half of it. So just click 50%, and then you can do a swap here. Scroll down to the bottom. So there are some fees with this. You can there's a little bit like 3.6%. It could affect the price. There's going to be a little bit of fees, but it's okay. Just go ahead and hit swap, confirm swap. Oh, the price changes. So this is a very volatile coin. It goes up and down a lot, which can actually benefit you. It can go up, and after you buy it, and then it's worth more. So I don't know if you can see that window that popped up. I don't think you can. There's a thing from MetaMask that says confirm. If in case you can't see it, I'm just describing it to you. So just because you hit confirm doesn't mean it's done all the way. So wait till you get that kind of confirmation here. Now, you want to hit this button right here that says add PFB to your wallet, because it's not going to show up there until you do that. So even though it's in your wallet, it's not going to show up there. You have to search for it if you don't hit this button. There's another way to do it too. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But this is the easiest way. It's right there for you. Just hit that button. The MetaMask pops up again. It asks, do you want to add the token? Hit yes, I want to add it. And then it should show up in your wallet. So let's look at the wallet now. All right. So we'll go to tokens. See, it's on activity. We're going to go to tokens. So you have BNB. You have half as much as you used to because you swapped half of it for PFB. So that is step one. Now we need to swap for BNB for the USDT you're going to use, because it's USDT that you're going to use mostly to do it. Now you could use Pancake Swap for that, but I don't recommend it. You should, you're done using Pancake Swap. You don't have to do it anymore. You can just use the actual MetaMask wallet itself. You can swap right here inside the actual wallet itself. The price does fluctuate of crypto, so you can see the prices going up and down a little bit with the change of crypto. Hopefully it goes up more than down. Same thing can happen for the PFP token. It can actually go up a lot really fast. So when the time you buy it and then the time you use it, it could go up or down. Hopefully it goes up. The whole idea of this is kind of make the coin go up. So, eventually, hopefully it's worth a ton of money and we can all benefit from that too. But the main point right now is just getting the money from the pool funding. So let's do now where we're going to buy the USDT. So what you want to do is you hit swap. So you want to select the token and just search for USDT. It's also known as Tether. So USDT Tether can be on many different blockchains, but it's going to automatically default because you're on the Binance network. It's going to automatically buy it on that because you're on the Binance network on your wallet. So you don't have to worry about like how much. So I believe you have to enter like how much BNB you want to put, not the dollar amount. So you don't want to put like $100 when it's like 100 BNB. So let me show you that. So if you put 100 BNB, that would be $40,000. You don't quite have that much in your account yet. Maybe one day you'll get there. So it's like a fraction of the BNB. So what you want to do is you want to leave a little bit of BNB left in your wallet. This is super important. I want to repeat this again. You always need BNB in your MetaMask wallet. You need it in all three accounts because that is what is used to pay transaction fees. If you were to ever send it all away or spend it all, you would not be able to execute, confirm, process any transactions because it's like the fuel for this engine. BNB is used to pay for all transaction fees in the MetaMask wallet when you're on the Binance Smart Chain network. So always make sure you have a little bit in there. You don't need much, just like a couple bucks on each account because the transaction fees are super, super low. It's like 5 cents, 10 cents, maybe like 25 cents at the most. So you just need a little bit. I just have a couple bucks on each account and you'll be fine. So I just wanted to make sure you don't just swap it all for USDT or send it somewhere, whatever. You need some at all times to pay transaction fees. If you ever actually do that, no problem. Just put like $5-10 from your debit card, credit card, just buy some more, and then you have some more to use. So it's not the end of the world if you screw up and don't do that. So we're going to do most of it. We're going to do like points to, yeah, let's do like 90, like a little overnight. Let's do like 90. Let's see what I want to, how close I can get to that. 1.3. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do around $95. We're somewhere between like 95, 94, 93, around there. That's fine. You want a little more than 90, so you have a little more than $30 in each account for USDT. So you also have to factor in, there's a little bit of like processing fee. So this is how much it's worth, but this is how much you're going to get. So you're going to get a little bit less after the swap. So go ahead and hit swap. It's going to process. You can play with the fox while you're doing this. All right, close. We now have just a little bit of BNB, but that's fine. That's enough. and then we have the USDT. Now we have enough to work, but you have it all in one account. Now we have to send it to the other accounts. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so what you need to do is hit the send button. So you hit the send button from your main account that has all the crypto in it. And we're going to kind of divide everything up between the other two accounts. So you wanted to kind of send like 1/3 to each account. So how much BNB do we have? We have 1.3. So you have to divide that by 3 and send it. So let me try to think what that is. So if it was 12, it would be 0.004. So let's just do that, 0.004. So a buck 50, that's fine. You can always do more later. You can always swap some USDT for BNB later. It's very easy. So hit next. It's very easy to get more. It's only a 3-cent transaction fee. So see how it says pending right here? Wait until that says confirmed. You can like pay more and speed it up, but the Binance Smart Chain is super fast compared to some other blockchains. So no real need to speed it up. Just let it go. It only takes a few seconds. Don't worry about it. So as I say that, it takes longer. I say, boom. How long did that take? Not very long. It's not worth paying extra to it only took a few seconds. So no, I never speed it up on Binance Smart Chain. It's not worth it. So now we are going to do the same thing with the other account. So we're going to send the BNB. So we're going to just do like the 0.004 again. So whatever you have in your main account, just kind of divide that by 3 and then send it to the other two accounts. It's probably better off to have a little bit more in your main one than the other ones because you can use that more often because it's going to have more money in it. So just heads up. We're going to go next. It's kind of like fetching the quotes on this for the fees. So we'll see how long it takes. Probably like 10, 15 seconds. I'm not paying you extra to speed it up. Not happening because it's fast enough already. If you can't wait a few extra 5 seconds, then you probably got problems. So stay patient. It'll go through in a couple seconds. I wish I had the fox to play with. That was kind of fun where he always looks at it. All right, confirmed. We're good to go. Now we sent that just a little bit of BNB to your other wallet addresses. You can check them. You can see there's a little bit there, a little bit here. So no problem. Now we got to do the same thing with the other 2 coins. Go back to your main account, and then we're going to do a send. You're going to send it to one first. Instead of BNB, you're going to send USDT. So you select right there. So this is like all the coins you have in your wallet. It gives you the options. So we're going to send like, oops, don't want to do that. I'm going to go like 31, just like one extra because sometimes there's a little fee. So if you send 30, it might be a little bit under. So just to be safe, I like to send 31. So there's a few cents. Confirm. Wait till that goes. I am not speeding up. You go fast enough. Don't worry about it. Wait till that says confirmed. Like if you try to leave webs, don't go to like a different web page or refresh or anything. Just let it sit there. Let it do its thing right there. If you try to it could get interrupted. You can kind of get stuck and you don't have to deal with that. So just stay there. Don't try to refresh or do anything. Just let it go until it says confirm like that. That'll avoid some other problems. So that could be a whole nother ball of wax there. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to send to the other one, and we're going to just pick the USDT again. Let's do 31. Next. Wait for it to finish processing. And here we go. Just have to wait a few seconds. It'll go again. Oh, look how fast that one went. That's usually how fast it goes. It goes pretty fast usually. So now you have it on all 3 accounts. So this is main, sub. Okay. So let's hit refresh list. All right. So if it doesn't show up, it doesn't mean it's not there. If it doesn't show up in your other ones, don't panic just because it doesn't show up. It just means you have to kind of look for it. So if refresh doesn't work, what you can do is import tokens. Okay. So each crypto has its own contract address. Each coin has its own contract address. I'm going to show you how to get the USDT contract address so you can add it to your account so you can see it there. It is there. You just can't see it yet. I'm going to show you how you can see it. To find the USDT Binance Smart Chain wallet address or coin address, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can actually find it through the Pancake swap. So it defaults to cake like this. This is what it looks like when you first go to the swap part. So switch it to USDT. And then right here next to that, you can copy that. You just copy the coin address. So that's one way to do it. Or you can literally just type it into Google. You can put in USDT B SC for Binance Smart Chain, and then contract address. Like it's already kind of doing it. Or it's also sometimes called the BEP20 address. Same thing. So there it is right there. You can kind of like click on that, and then you can copy it. Wants to make sure I'm not a computer. I'm not a computer, I swear. So you can also like copy it right here. Same thing. Either way. So there's more than ways to do it. Like pretty much, if you can't find it, Google it. You can find it. You know what I mean? So click on back here. Now we are going to import tokens. Paste it right there, and then it tells you USDT import, and then boom, it shows up. It should actually usually show the green logo like the first one does. I don't know why it doesn't. Sometimes it should look like that usually, but don't worry, it's the same thing. You're all good. You got it. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to go to import tokens, paste. So you can see that right there. USDT is going to show up, import, and then boom. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So don't freak out if you send it and then you can't see it. You just got to help the MetaMask find it, okay? No biggie. Now we're going to do the same thing with the PFB coin. So you might want to grab that wallet address again. So just a reminder, you can scroll down on the homepage, go to the thing here, go to number 5 on how to import that, copy that. And you can also do the same thing through here. You can just search for PFB, select it, and then you can copy it here. Same thing. So I like to give you more than one way to do it. Now you go back to your MetaMask wallet. We don't need to connect. We're not going to interact with that anymore right now. So start on your main account, and then you're going to send the PFB to the other accounts. So from my main, we're going to send it there. Just select it here. And then, so you're going to divide that by 3. So it's going to be like 0.108 maybe. Or there's 2 zeros, 0.00108. Bust out a calculator if you can't do the math in your head, but just got to be close. Let's do a third of it. So it's going to be 10 cents in fees. Before it was like 3 cents in fees. So like I said, the transaction fees are super low. Just a couple bucks is going to get you by for a while. You don't have to have a ton of BNB, but you're going to be earning USDT. So you can just take that USDT you're earning and just swap it into more BNB to pay the fees. So it's very easy to get around if you were running low on BNB, but just a couple bucks will last you a really long time. So just heads up on that. All right, we are confirmed. So if you go to tokens, this is the main account, right? So I'll switch to 2 so you can see it. Same problem. That PFB coin is not showing up. So that's why we copied that address. We're going to paste. So you can see it comes up with a symbol right there. Next, and import. All right, so now you can see it in your sub account. Sometimes it doesn't really recognize what the coin is, so it'll be like, oh, you are doing like Ethereum or something. Sometimes it thinks it's Ethereum when it's really not. So just heads up on that. If you get some kind of notification saying, hey, you got Ethereum, it's actually the PFB token, which is not on Ethereum. It's just, it doesn't recognize it, so it doesn't really know how to process it. So we're going to do that same thing again. We're going to go to the main account. We're going to send it from the main account to the second sub account here. Switch to PFB. Let's see, it was 0.00108. Next. So we've probably spent like 30, 40 cents in fees to do all this. It's not a big deal. Still got plenty left. It's like 3, 4, 5 cents per day that you're going to be sending in transaction fees. So you got plenty to use for a long time. All right, boom. Let's add that token to the wallet for the other one too. Import tokens, paste in that address, and import. And we have all 3 accounts. There's sub 1, 1, 2, 3 coins, sub 2, 1, 2, 3 coins, and your main account, 1, 2, 3 coins. It looks prettier when it shows that green symbol for the USDT. I like that. I don't know why it's not doing it on the other ones. Maybe it'll do it after you kind of log back in another day, but you have everything you need. Now you're ready to get your sponsor's referral link and then join the pool. So are you ready to go swimming? Let's do it. Now we're ready to dive into the pool. Make sure you're on your main one account first, because that's the one you want to connect first, and then your sub accounts are going to go under that one. So make sure, very important, make sure you're on your main account the first time you do it. So we are going to we don't need to connect our wallet yet. I think you can either way, but either way, you want to paste your sponsor, whoever invited you in, you need their referral link. Let's paste that in there and go. And now it's going to ask you to connect your wallet. So make sure it's on the main one. That's the one you want to connect. Go ahead. Now it's going to ask you to name the account. So this could be your name. This will show up on other people's transaction history. So if you want people to know who it is, you can use your name. If you want to use like a code name so it's not as public, it doesn't really matter. Only your friends are really going to know who you are. You just put your name, whatever. You can put whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, but it'll help other people know it's you. So your friends that are in the system, that are, especially the person that invited you in, will know it's you. That's the person who's mostly going to see you. Or the people that are below you, they're going to see when their payments go to you, they're going to see that name. So whatever you put it here, that's going to be seen. So just be aware of that. I like to put my name so they know who it is. So just heads up on that. Put whatever you want, but that it will show up on transaction history for the people above you and below you. All right, I'm setting up this account for someone named Eddie. Eddie Money. I'm gonna do it. Eddie Money. You're gonna be Eddie Money, baby. How you like that, Eddie? Here we go. Submit. You are now Eddie Money. Submit. So now you can do your first payment. So remember, whenever you make this payment, you're going to have 24 hours to make the next payment, but the window to pay it will be opening 4 hours before it. So if I were to pay this at 4 p.m., the window to pay tomorrow would open up at 4 hours before that at 12 p.m. So depending on if you want to try to shift the time to a different time of day or keep it the same time of day, there's different strategies for that. That's a whole nother video, but just be aware of that. So I'm going to do the first payment. So your MetaMask wallet pops up, and then you confirm it as $10. This is a $10 pool, so the fee is $10. Payment, even though it says payment successful, look at it in your wallet because it could still be pending in there. So see that? It still says pending. So wait till this says confirm before you try to change pages. Very important. It could kind of get stuck. There we go. It says confirm now. So just because it says payment successful on here doesn't mean it's finished processing in your wallet, and that's the one that counts. This one doesn't count as much. Now that this is a 20-hour timer, so very important. After that 20-hour timer expires on your second day, that is when you're going to pay your monthly fee with the PFB coins. It'll cost you $10 worth of the PFB coins. You already have it in your wallet ready to go, so it's no problem. But just be aware that you can't pay that monthly fee until the second day. So on the second day, you're going to pay that monthly fee, but also do not confuse that with the second day's payment. So the second day, you're actually going to make two payments. First, you can make the monthly fee payment, and then after that, you can make your second day payment. So some people get confused. They make that monthly payment, and they're like, oh, I made my daily payment for the day, but that monthly payment is not the daily payment. They're separate. So the second day, you're going to have to make two payments on each account, the monthly payment in the PFB coin, and then the daily payment on the second day for your main account and your two sub accounts. You're going to have to do it for all of them. So make sure you're aware of that. Don't be confused. Don't think you made that daily payment when you're paying the monthly payment. Now that we made the first payment, this is very important. You need to copy your own referral address on your main account to set up your sub accounts. So what you want to do is copy this right here. This is your referral link. So if you're inviting other people in, you're also going to use the referral link on your main account sometimes. You might also want to do your referral link on your sub accounts eventually. There's a strategy to that. I'll get into that in other videos, but this one is just about setting everything up. So just focus on one thing at a time here. Copy your own referral address, and then we are going to go to your MetaMask wallet. We're going to switch to your secondary account. Sometimes you might need to disconnect your first one before. Let's see if this works. We're going to paste in our own referral address and see if it changes wallets. So I want you to see, like, this is the wallet that's connected right here. So let's look at the names of your wallet. So this one ends in F111. So your current account is not connected. So what you want to do is see right here, it says switch to this account. Actually, sorry about that. So this is the main account, PF main. This is why you want to label them so you can tell them apart. So we don't want to switch to that account. We want to connect this one. So this is your sub one. This is the one you want to connect. So you're going to hit connect, and that way your other one will work. So it gets a little bit tricky. So I think we're going to have to disconnect first. So it didn't work. So what you want to do, you can go up here, and then you can go back to your main. And then see this little globe right here? So you can click these and then disconnect this account. So now your main one is no longer connected. Now what you want to do is switch to your second account or your sub one. And then we're going to, okay, this one is connected. I think this will work now. So we're going to close. Let's hit refresh. There we go. So we should be, yes, okay. So the way you can tell that it worked is your wallet account on your main one right here is part of this referral link. So if you look at your thing right here, look at your main account. So it ends in 6F110. Like yours will be different, whatever yours is. Look at what yours is. This one is this. So that is the same as in the referral link. So your wallet address is in your referral link. So that's another way you can tell you're on the right place. So we are going to do this. This is going to be Eddie Money's sub one. So this is going to be like EM for Eddie Money and then sub one. Okay, so now you have to go through the same process. Hit that, hit pay now. Your MetaMask is going to pop up. You're going to confirm it. Now it's 6 cents. It's going to fluctuate, a little bit here and there, but it's only a couple cents. Who cares? So open up your MetaMask, like follow the transaction progress in your wallet, not on the website. That means nothing. This is the one that matters. Wait until that finishes before you change pages to avoid it getting stuck, causing problems. You don't want to get stuck. See, it only takes a couple seconds. That one's done. All right. So now I learned my lessons on the last one. Now we are going to disconnect before we try to switch again. So hit the little globe, hit the 3 dots. We're going to disconnect this account. All right. So now we're going to switch to this one. And then we are going to, you're going to need that referral link again. So usually it should be kind of still on your thing here. So you see you had it copied before, it should still be copied. If you lose it, you just have to connect your main account again, go back, copy that referral link again, disconnect it, and then switch to the account you want to connect, and then paste it in and go there. So now we're going to connect wallet. It's being a little fussy here. There we go. So now we're going to connect sub 2, connect it. All right. So now we should be able to do this here. Let's try and refresh it, see what it says. There we go. So if first you don't succeed, keep trying different stuff. Go in, go back out, disconnect. Just try to get it to recognize it. So this is going to be Eddie Money EM sub 2. All right, same process again. We're going to make that $10 payment. All right, so we are going to confirm. Payment successful, but that means nothing. This is the one you want to look at. It's still pending in your wallet. Wait till that says confirmed. All right, confirmed. Now, there's only one more thing I want to show you and you'll be all set. So this is what it looks like under your sub accounts, but I wanted you to go back to your main account and see what it looks like because it's going to look different. So we're going to have to go through the same process again where you have to disconnect. I wish it would just be able to switch. Usually you can just switch, I thought, but let's play around, experiment, see what it says. So we're going to do that. Let's try to do that. And now let's see if I have to disconnect the third one. Should just be able to switch back and forth. Connect. Maybe we can connect all 3 like this. Let's see. Actually, yeah, that works. You should be able to connect all 3 actually. So why not do that? Let's do here. Let's see. We're going to connect that one. Okay, now you can have them all connected at the same time and then switch back and forth. That's how the way it should be. So here's sub 1. It makes it easier to pay when you can switch it back and forth easily. So main 1. So you should be able to just switch back and forth just like that. So you can have all 3 connected at the same time. So this is your main account. So you have 1 day for each one. It lists your first 2 sub accounts. So you can actually have 4 people below you on this main account. Those people will not have their own little lines here. You will see them right here though. Those extra referrals will be here. So you can see the transactions here. This is the payment here that you made. So eventually, hopefully within 24 hours, that payment you made, it goes into the pool, and then the people that have been waiting the longest should get paid first. But it just depends how many people are joining and how many people are getting requalified for how many payments are going into the pool and how fast that's happening. So it could be within 24 hours. It could take a couple days. It's just going to vary depending on how much money is going into the pool. So be aware of that. So eventually it will come back to you. Every time you make a payment, it will come back to you. So another thing I want to show you is you have that 12-word secret, the seed phrase for your main account, but your other accounts have that too. So there's a couple of different ways you can back up your second and third accounts. And I want to show you how to do that now. So if you want to back up your other accounts, click on your MetaMask, and then you're going to switch to like either sub 1 or sub 2. So there's a couple of different things you can do. There's a thing called a private key, which kind of looks like almost like another wallet address. So you hit this right here, you hit the 3 little dots next to it, hit account details. This is also where you can change the name, but this is also where you can hit show private key. So you can hit that button and then you can save that. It's basically, it looks like a wallet address, it's a long string of numbers and letters. So that's one way that you can back up your wallet and then reload it into it if something goes wrong. You know what I mean? So you can put that into another phone, or if something happens where you need to change computers, or just sometimes you need to just delete MetaMask if you need to like change accounts from one account to another. So things like that, you always want to back it up and keep it safe. You can steal your crypto just like the 12-word seed phrase, but there's also a way to get the 12-word seed phrase. So that's one way to back it up. The other way is to get the actual seed phrase. So you hit the 3 dots, you go to settings, and then you go to security and privacy. And then where it says reveal secret recovery phrase, that's the full 12-word seed phrase. So that's 2 different ways you can back up your other accounts. I highly recommend that you get those right away. You know, you always want to have backups for this account because eventually, hopefully you can get the whole teams on your sub accounts, and that way you can have 3 full accounts with full teams making a bunch of money, and each account will be very valuable. So just heads up on that. That is just another thing that you need to know how to do. So that's how to do it. Keep those seed phrases and private keys safe. That should be everything you need to know for setting up your MetaMask and getting everything going with pool funding. This will be the end of this video. I'm going to make some other videos for the day 2 and day 3. So that way you can kind of see the full process of getting qualified and know everything you need to do that. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you are having problems, please contact the people with pool funding. The leaders there can help you out. They can do a Zoom with you, walk you through it, screen share. They'll take care of you if you're having trouble. But hopefully this was helpful for you and got you all the way to the finish line. You're on the first step of an amazing journey, but this is just the first step. There's still so much ahead of you. There is so much potential for this. So you definitely want to start inviting other people. You do not have to wait until you do the full 3 days to start inviting people. You can show them the overview videos, and then once they know what it's all about, you can show them these sign-up videos once they're ready to go. You give them your referral link. You want to fill up that first team, and then you want to start building teams under your sub accounts. So that will help feed the system, and that will help make you more money, and then that'll help motivate them. You can show other people how much money you're making. You can have unlimited teams. You don't have to stop at 3. You can keep going from there if you want. But each team is going to require its own check-in, so be aware of that. It's a little more work, but you're going to be making a ton of money, hopefully, and then you're going to just want more and more teams. So just this has so much potential. You're going to want to show friends. They're not going to believe how much money you're going to make from this. It's going to be less with a $10 pool, but you can still make really good money with a $10 pool. You're guaranteed to make money with those 2 sub accounts, but those 2 sub accounts do put a slight drain on the system. So that's why you can't create more than 2 sub accounts. And that's also why you're not going to be able to have sub accounts in the bigger $100 and $1,000 pools. Very important. That's why you want to eventually have teams under your sub accounts so they are no longer a drain on the pool. Once you get people under your sub accounts, you just need 1 under each one, and then they're no longer sucking money out of the pool. They're getting fed by the people below them. So just heads up on that. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. Remember, if you're having problems, just talk to the leadership with pool funding and they'll take care of you. Thank you so much, and hopefully we can all make a bunch of money together.